we are always asking for guidance. If you believe, you ask for guidance. And the question is, for me, was always, how can I know which voice is God's voice? And I'm not talking about a real voice, do that, do this, don't do that, or a vision that gives me direction. I'm not talking about this kind of a mediumship uh, ability. I'm talking about me and you, we common people, just ordinary people that are looking for direction. And with the confusion of so many voices in our head, how we identify the voices of God? How do I know which direction if I want to buy a ticket to go to a trip? Do I go by train? It's airplane, but I'm afraid. I think about accidents. Do I go in a cruise? Even simple things like this. I know that we ask for divine guidance for many big, important um, things in our lives, but sometimes it's easier to see on the little things, to go over to the little things, to be a little bit more confident of what the God's voice is. So we have so much in our head. And the voices in our head usually are the voices of criticism. We heard with the best intention, most of the time, best intention. We hear adults when we are kids telling us, don't do that, don't put your little finger there, don't do this, be careful, look at this both sides of the street before you cross the street. And we have all that in our head. And when we are kids, we don't have a filter. Whatever the adults, people that are our caregivers, they talk to us, we believe. And because we don't have a filter, we actually don't have a neurological filter. Everything that is said impregnated our brain. And then it never goes away. Good things, bad things, mean things, bully things, all are registered in the first 7 years of our life. They are there. They are present there. And they never go away unless we work on healing the wounds, what those words did to us that hurt us and hold us back from progressing in some areas of our lives. Could be romance, profession, family, friendship, our relationships in general. When things start not going the way we want and we get very disturbed, first we think that's about the others, and then we see, wait a minute, the only common denominator here is me, so must be with me, without guilt. But then we start looking for healing because we want a better, we want a life that works much better for us. So how to listen God's voice is, first of all, among so many voices, uh, which one is his or hers, right? Which one is God's voice? Which one is your mentors, your guides, whatever name you call, Jesus, Buddha? What's the voice of the avatar that you believe? What the voice of the guardian angel? What the voice that are divine for you? What the voice that brings you the right answer? The right answer in a sense of the answer that will bring me happiness, joy, and peace. So, what is the voice that you are looking for? What is the voice? How how I listen among so many voices in my head. So, first of all, we need to learn how to just decrease the volume of the other voices. These voices, they come in our body as we have a heart, we have a liver, we have two eyes and hands, and this little voice that we call it, it comes with us. It comes in the package. It's a kit. The human kit comes with the it. It's the little compartment in our brain that just has this constant criticizing, constant showing the wrong, constant showing the careful, don't do that, be careful, don't do this. Even when we are, mainly when we are doing things out of the box, when we are out of our comfort zone, doing something new, we just taking a risk to grow, to expand, the voice gets really pungent. Well, be careful, you never did that. Remember, you saw that movie, you saw that person, when they did that, they are killed, or they got hurt, or people, whatever it is that is hunting you from growth. And today is the first day of the year. So I came to talk to you because I'm many of us, we have dreams, we have things that we want to accomplish. Even if you don't do your New Year's resolution, I don't mind about that. This is your choice. I don't mind. So, but we have goals, we have things, we think about things. Oh, next year I'll do this. By the end of the next year, or in 3 years, I want to do that. But with all this population talking inside your head, it's so much harder to make the choices. We always have two, three, but sometimes more options, and we don't know where to go. So, first of all, you need to learn how to decrease the volume of these other voices. Because one thing I can tell you, these little voices, the it, the little, like let's call a little compartment, let it, the voices inside the it, they are loud, they are persistent, they are continued, and they are repetitive. And most of the time, they are negative. They put you down, they bring up your fears, they keep you in the old stuff, repeating what you safe, keep you safe. So that's what the it does. It does this a very good job. So it will never stop. And it is like a broken recording. Keep repeating the same, always the same. We have among 60 to 90, the authors diverse on that, 60 to 90,000 thoughts per day. And this is not a woo-woo thing, this is scientifically proved. So let's put in 70, right? Let's go kind of like 70,000 thoughts per day. Most of them, 9% of them, are repetitive. The thoughts you had yesterday, last month, last year, the thoughts that you will have tomorrow, in a month, in a year. You'll be having those thoughts repetitively, telling you no, don't move, don't advance, don't expand, don't do anything new. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's safe not to change. Don't change, don't move, don't do anything different. Just stay because you are alive the way you're doing. So keep it this way. So it is responsible for our no growth. So you can continue be confused by its voices, or you will challenge it. You will challenge it doing something else. not being in the comfort zone, not being sitting on the throne of going nowhere, not being just doing the same old, same old, same old. And then you never know why your life doesn't get better. If you keep doing things that brought you here, many things brought you to today, and you're very proud, but many things are holding you back from doing things that you like, you want, and you can't go forward from that position because it's not allowing you to go. And you are listening to that voice. You are so loyal to its voice that you just get paralyzed. And hey, I've been there. And sometimes I catch myself doing the same. But I've been training myself heavily in terms of growing self-development and professional development and the relationship development. I've been working hard not to listen to it because it brings all the traumas, all the things that people said to you, to me, that were mean, that destroyed our self-esteem, destroyed our desire to do bigger and better. It is very, very much destructive in terms of our growth and our happiness and our peace and our self-development. So now how we can decrease the volume of it? How can you potentialize the voice of God inside of us, in our mind, in our heart, in our soul? So distinguishing these voices as I'm doing, these voices of it, these voices are loud, they're talkative, they're persistent, insistent, and they really keep talking, sometimes so many, and they argue with each other. No, I think it's better to go this way. And then, no, but do you know, if you go by train, you have the, but if you, so don't do it. Oh, I think I want to change the jobs. I want to, oh, but this gives you all the security that you always wanted, but this can give me happiness, joy, fun. I think I was born to do that. And then their voice was like, no, but you know what? If you go that, you will lose this, and if it doesn't work, and if, but there is a voice that's, and if it works. So, and sometimes you have so many of these voices telling you things, you get so confused, better not to think about this. Next week. And then, we just had end of the year yesterday. It went very fast. It went like this. We were in January, and as a sudden, bang, December. Happens like this. I talk to many people, and people feel even like it feels like it's getting faster. Each year gets faster. So I don't want you get to the end of 2024 like blaming something or somebody or going on the old you and just looking at yourself and seeing that you are exactly the same point in life that you are today. I really want to you challenge yourself, not me challenge you, but you challenge yourself in I will do different. So the voice of God or the voice of your higher self or the voice of your inner self or the voice of Jesus inside of you or whatever name you have, that my mentors, my guides, my guardian angel or some family member that you have in such a high consideration that you really look for and you go for when you need guidance. These voices, the voice is low, usually is very low, calm, not repetitive, not competing with other voices, usually uses a vocabulary that's not much yours. I think that's the guidance we have inside, chooses to be this way so we can identify easily. That's, wait a minute, this is not my thoughts. Usually I don't use these words. Usually I don't talk that slow. Usually I don't talk in this tone. And then the voice just is firm, calm, very loving, but firm, and says what has to say. And as I said, usually in a vocabulary, using words that usually you don't use. So it's like, wait a minute, I would never talk to me this way. It's gentle and it's very assertive. But in order to listen to this voice, you need to start learning how you make the other voices, the it voices, go lower. And today I will give you a hint. I call intentional silence. So the hint I'm giving you today is just sit quietly, whatever time of the day, doesn't matter. Some people, it's so many theories, so many gurus, so many rich people say that you should do this way. Very successful people do. Listen to your heart. What's the time that you will be peaceful? What's the time of the day that you will really sit with no distraction? Nobody will come in. The phone is off. You are absolutely quiet. I I invite you to do this for 1 to 3 minutes. I'm sure that you have 1 to 3 minutes every day to listen to God's voice. Start being in tune with God's voice. Start being in tune with your inner direction, your inner self, your higher self, your inner voice, the voice of your soul that I'm calling the voice of God. So you be quiet. And this week, I will invite you to have these voices being an observer. You will sit, you'll be quiet, and instead of a fight, I don't have any of this voice. What she's talking about. This is it talking. So you be quiet and you observe the thoughts. And then you see the thoughts will start coming like clouds, one and the other. And you just observe. Don't interact. Don't grab one thought and be, oh, yeah, I have to pay that bill today, or, oh, yeah, I have to give that phone call. Don't grab them. Let them pass like clouds. Just let them pass. Wait for the next one. You can think about waves or you can think about clouds. Just wait for the next one. Let it pass. And then the next one will come. So use your phone, use your little kitchen alarm, 1 minute, 2 or 3 minutes, or your phone, make there 1 minute or 3 minutes and stay whatever time you want. But don't do less than a minute because it will take too long for you to get where you want to get. And I want to, for this week, you do that. Tomorrow, I'll be here doing this exercise with you. And I am sure, I'm sure that anybody, you, that is saying, oh, I'm not able to do that. I never, my head doesn't stop. You, that your head never stopped, you are the one that needs the most. Because the moment, my dear, that you experience this inner peace, not control. I'm not telling the word control in any moment. It's not about controlling your thoughts. Everything you try to control gets stronger against you. No. Now, the exercise this week will be just listening, listening, observing the thought. My plan is to be here every day this week and do 3 minutes of this exercise with you. And if you can do it as we are streaming, awesome. But it will be here, so you can come back anytime and do it again and again, as many times a day you want. When you want to experience inner peace and when you want to experience this opening your heart, your soul, your mind of living your life to a different way of being in touch with the divine, a different way to really be and do things that matter to you. My name is Katia Ferreira. I am Brazilian. I live here in California for 23 years now, and I work with the people that are very confused, mature people, mature women mostly, that want to do something different, get a point of discomfort. They don't know what to do next, most of the time, because they are hunted by thoughts of diminishing their value, of trauma they had, or things they believed for so many years that they think it's true. That's what those thoughts do in our head. Sometimes they talk so loud that and so continuously that we start believing it's true. And if it's not for your good, it's not true. If it's it talking, it's not true. There is more for your life. There is more for you in this life. So that's what we will be uncovering and discovering together today, tomorrow, and the next days of this year. I wish you an amazing first day of the year. This is considered the World Day of Peace, and I want to experience your inner peace because the peace of the world starts with me, with you. The peace of the world starts with peace inside. And I really wish you this peace, and I'm here to help you to find it. Uh, I leave you with a kiss and a big hug with lots of love and a very, very deep wish that you have the best year of your life. If you don't believe it, start making it happen. It won't happen by accident. You have to give something, you have to put some effort on that. And who knows, if you really do it every day, in the 31st, December 31st, 2024, your life will be absolutely different. See you tomorrow.